Hi guys, it's Grace. Today's Earth Day, and that's like a super important day to me, especially coming from California where we have this gnarly drought right now. The past like 5 years, it's been increasingly getting worse. I'm sure you've seen pictures online of like Yosemite and all the national parks and the reservoirs and things like that are depleted, and we haven't done anything yet to make it better. So today on Earth Day, I wanted to talk about how we can do that as just average people, what we can do in our everyday life to be a little bit better for the Earth and to just be more conscious about the Earth. These are some things that I like to do, and some things that are really easy to get in the habit of. I'm not perfect. You can see on my wall are printed pictures that used paper, used ink, used resources that I didn't need those there. I buy paper books a lot that I could read online. I could read on an e-reader that would save a lot of paper and a lot of trees. So there's always things that we can do to be better, but here are just a few that are really easy to do. So first thing is use tap water. If you live in a place that your tap water is really fresh, like California, parts of California, or New York City, we have great tap water. Use that. If you don't, buy a filter, and in the long run, that'll be way less expensive for you and way better for the environment than if you were to buy bottled water, or the water in gallon jugs. And then also when you're doing laundry, use cold water if possible, or at least warm. Hot water takes a lot of energy. And also, if you can, hang your clothes out to dry so you don't use the dryer. Another thing would be recycle. I know that's like a big thing, the whole reduce, reuse, recycle campaign. So I'm sure a lot of people already do that, but it's really important. And the other thing that a lot of people don't think of is upcycling. That's basically where you take something and make it into something else. So I've done that a little bit, and this is the shampoo I use, and I've taken these bottles, I cut the top off of it, like about here, spray painted it, which also spray paint, I'm sure I could find a more eco-friendly type of paint or way to make this pretty than spray paint. So you can make it into anything you like. I cut the top off with like an X-Acto knife and then glued just a little piece of ribbon that I had lying around along the top. It turned out really pretty. So that's actually an interesting habit I've gotten in of saving. I have so many shampoo bottles. Almost every tissue box I've had this year is just like in this drawer in my desk, with the intent that I will use it and make it into something else. I made a table that's, I don't know, somewhere behind me, out of cardboard boxes that I've gotten from shipments from Amazon. So I'm upcycling those and making things that are useful for me out of it. Eventually when I move out, I'm going to have to recycle it, but that's what I'll do. I'll recycle it. I won't just put it in the trash. Another thing you can do is compost. If you have a garden, you can throw banana peels, orange peels, anything that's compostable, which you can find online. There are tons of lists of what you can actually put in that the soil will take, get the nutrients from your leftover waste. The soil will make it better. The soil will become more fresh. You can grow things in it. And so that's just a whole nother circle of life that you can use. Composting is really effective. It's pretty simple too to make your own composter, but there are compost kits online. Another huge thing is plastic bags. If at all possible, take your own bags when you go to the grocery store. Take your own bags when you go shopping. I think now there's most grocery stores will give you like 5 cents back or something for every bag that you bring in to use for your own groceries. So cloth bags are really good. If you do have plastic bags, like I've kind of over here by my trash can have amassed this like pile of trash bags, just like plastic ones that are no good, that I'll use. I get them from the grocery store, I'll use them for my trash bag. I'll use them until they're as full as possible so that I don't have to just keep throwing them out. So it's that whole thing of reduce, reuse, recycle, upcycle. And then another huge thing is, if at all possible, don't take your car. I know that's, coming from California, I know that's really hard to do, but if you give yourself an extra hour, maybe take your bike, walk, do whatever, it makes a big difference. If you have public transportation, mass transportation, take the bus, take the train, do whatever you can to limit your carbon footprint. The biggest way to eliminate your carbon footprint is maybe choose one day. I know a big thing has been meatless Mondays recently, but choose one day to go without meat, without animal products. I mean, start small though. So you could start one meal that you don't eat animal products. Like say every day for breakfast you eat eggs in the morning. Choose one day a week, don't eat eggs. Instead, eat fruits and vegetables, dry cereal, oatmeal. There's so many other possibilities. Fruit, nuts, that's always great. Lunch is really easy too. Dinner, you can just choose one meal a day. Choose a snack that you just have fruits and vegetables, that you limit your intake of animal products, and that will affect so much. The carbon footprint of the food industry is insane. If you think about the amount of gas that they use in transporting food, the amount of resources that they use to feed animals that are going to become like your dinner, the amount of water that it takes to create like one meal for you, that it's just outstanding. That it's ridiculous how much that we use that we don't even realize, that we don't even think about because we don't see it. And so just every little bit helps, and it's really easy to incorporate just healthy habits for yourself and for the earth and for each other. And I think we can all do it, and it makes me really optimistic. A friend of mine actually posted a Jane Goodall quote on Facebook today that really inspired me to make this and to talk about what I do for the earth and how I can even be better for the earth. So I'm going to actually read you that quote. It's kind of long, but it's really worth hearing. So here it is. Jane Goodall. Mother Earth is weeping from many wounds. Let us use this Earth Day 2015 to make one simple resolution: to do something to lighten our ecological footprints every day. Let us make every day an Earth Day. Let us consider the consequences for the environment of the choices we make each day. Little things like turning off electrical equipment, turning off lights and taps, walking, biking, carpooling, using public transport, and let us think of what we buy each day. Our food. Was the environment harmed by the way it was produced? Was the food and the soil sprayed with agricultural chemicals? Was it grown on land freed by cutting down forests? Does it contain palm oil from sustainable plantations that have supplanted tropical old-growth forests? Does it contain GMOs? And if the label does not provide this information, let us make a stink. Let us maintain that we have a right to know. One very important step we can take is to become vegetarian or vegan, or at least try to eat less meat. Because of the terrible harm inflicted on the environment, forests destroyed to grow grain, to feed, or to graze livestock. Huge amounts of water used for irrigation of the animal feed, and huge amounts of water used to transform vegetable to animal protein. Extraordinary amount of CO2 generated by the vast animal agricultural machines, and methane gas produced in large quantities during the digestive process of the livestock, especially cows. Methane is a more potent greenhouse gas than CO2. Those are just some of the things we can do each day. There are many other ways in which each of us can help to make every day Earth Day. Every single one of us makes a difference each single day we live on this planet, and we have the choice as to what sort of difference we are going to make. Jane Goodall. So, have a great Earth Day. Every day is Earth Day, and just remember that, be conscious of it, think about it a little bit, and let's work to save the planet. Have a great day.